Hey there, folks. It's the E-Man here. Today we're going to be looking at a little-known PS2 game. I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about this game. I think a few years ago there were some YouTube videos of this, but I guess it's not talked about a whole lot. It's made by Capcom in 2003. Yeah, you might think that this almost has a Konami feel to it, almost. Whereas Chaos Legion, it's like Devil May Cry kind of thing. You have attacks, but I think you got critters to summon. I haven't played this game. I will admit, I have not played this game for probably like 20 years, a long time since I've played this. I remember it not being like the best game in the universe, but it was fun. PS2 games were always kind of fun, even if the story wasn't all that great. But alright, yeah, I don't really remember much, but okay. Well, let's get into it here. I'm playing this on the PS2 emulator. There's just a recent update. Yeah, the problem is when you update the PS2 emulator, all your save states, I guess, don't work. So thankfully I saved everything to a virtual memory card. And I'm using like higher resolution settings. So this isn't going to look like it would on PS2. But alright, let's get this show on the road here then. Let's mute my microphone.
"'Tis the darkest glyph thou bearest, it sacrifices stray souls to summon unearthly force. Unearthly force shall obey and serve thee. 'Tis named Chaos Legion.
The sinner shall be atoned, even though no punishment will be enough for your sin."
Seela, why? Why were you taken from me?
Why? The answer is within.
I shall never forgive you for what you have done. It's still too soon for you to meet your end. First, you'll have to suffer through the underworld. Follow me, Zeke, for your atonement is waiting for you. Come see the hidden truth of this world.
Once a pious man had fallen into the dark side, this tragedy began to unfold.
Last night, Sir Clovis, a considerable member of our Order of Saint Overian, was murdered. After stealing the forbidden Apocrypha of Izark, the suspect managed to escape. His name is Victor Delacroix. What led that virtuous man to commit such an outrage against order is unknown, but there is no time to waste. You must track him down. The Knight of the Dark Glyphs, Zeke Varheit.
sorry about that. It was a little bit loud, but yeah. And then slash thing, then I did your spirit buddies to come help me. As I said, I'm playing this on 3 times the resolution, so that's probably why it looks so good for PS2 game. Alright. Get back to the game. Yeah, they just Metroid us, you know. Yeah, it just had the ultimate crest broken, so now we don't have this cool ability. As you saw, I annihilated that boss. I didn't even know what I did. It doesn't give you much sense of what the controls are. It just kind of flings them at you. As you can see, it's just like unlimited amount of enemies, which is kind of impressive with ps2. How many enemies they can actually put on the screen here. Yeah, so basically to search for the parts of this. So then you don't have to use your lesser crest features. Yeah, I'm trying to think this game is a combination of multiple different games. Like Devil May Cry, Dynasty Warriors, many other things. Yeah, it's a little bit monotonous, especially at the beginning. The stages are rather kind of empty, considering how many enemies there is. Alright, we'll continue on with this a little bit longer. Alright, here we go. Let's back to
Delacroix.
So, what's happened to the Legion's power? Huh. The time has come. It's time to show you the abyss of the darkness.
Selah.
I came to save you, but you saved me.
What did you see? Dreaming of Selah's forgiveness? Come, join me, and I shall liberate you from the dark spirit.
Dufan has been destroyed.
Yes, Your Excellency, the scout has reported. The city was destroyed and seized last night by an unknown attacker. Unfortunately, no survivors have been reported. Also
what?
there aren't any bodies, none at all, not even a blood stain. Only the remains of the charred city. And a message that was scrawled on the castle's wall in blood. It says, I am indeed the punishment for your sins. I am here to purify the three worlds.
This couldn't have been done by an ordinary man. There is only one with the ability to make a whole city disappear, barely leaving a trace. And from the resolute message found on the castle wall, it could only be him.
Doubtless.
There is no time to waste. Find him.
You have it there, folks. This is the intermission. I guess when you're playing this game, you have to make sure to come to this screen because this is where you upgrade your legions and check what attacks and stuff you have. I think you can level it. I don't know if you level up your character here. Uh, Oh yeah, this is also where you equip your legions, player status and whatnot. Oh. Okay, well this was Chaos Legion. I may actually be interested in probably playing this more. I may, but I guess I just wanted to kind of get it out here that Chaos Legion is like a PS2 game, and it looks like it's kind of worth trying to play it some more. I'm kind of hooked on kind of gameplay like this, but I don't believe this has been on anything really. I don't think this has been re-released on anything. Say, I might be wrong, but I don't remember seeing this ever re-released on anything. So it's technically locked to the PS2. So you have an emulator and actual PS2. I think this game is rather rare too, maybe. Anyway, that was Chaos Legion. If you guys like this video, please like and yeah, as always, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And feel free to leave any comments. I don't know if any of you have played this game or whatnot. I just feel like they don't really talk about this game much. Hopefully, I'll try to change that. Yeah, and if you guys want me to try to play more of this, I will. But anyway, alright. I will see you guys next video then. Catch you guys later. Bye.